Good morning. Another beautiful day in the bright, hot, labyrinth-like Fes El Bali, the old Medina of Fes. It takes a while to get accustomed to the torching heat. But I have spent around 5 hours wandering around, familiarizing myself with the Medina. I mean, you do get lost every now and then, but the place itself it's a wonder. It's literally like walking in a history book. From page to page, you marvel at the spectacles, at the architecture. Just enjoy it to the utmost of my capability, and try my best to remember to record the entire experience. I am not a born vlogger. I despise needing to talk to the camera, but if you appreciate it, which at the moment I cannot say because I barely have any subscribers or viewerships, but if anyone appreciates this, do let me know so I know that it's worth it, because I really only do it for others. Because if I do it only for myself, then I would just fully immerse myself in the experience without the need of these tools and gadgets all around me. So let's go, let's start the day. Alrighty. Really like the smoke. So let's go. Whew. And it's gonna be another hot day. True to my style, which I cannot shed, even though I tried many times. I cannot start a productive day before 12 noon. Now, you can say that tells a lot about me, but on the other hand, my most creative period of the day, out of the 24 hours, starts after 6 p.m. and it reaches up like 10, 11 p.m. And so society forces me into this early morning ritual. But if I listen to my own body dictates an easy, relaxed start of the day and then a hardcore evening and afternoon. I think I had come across a story in the past in which there was an analogy made about catching yourself marveling at either the setting sun or the rising sun, and dependent on which sun you marvel most, it means that you're living the peak of your life either at the beginning of your life or at the end of your life. Now, I always enjoy sunsets more, so I hope as I get older I progress in life better. But now I'm running out of breath. It's very difficult to talk and record at the same time. But let's go grab some coffee. What do you think? Oh, I need to show you this. This is like a food market. Look, this is... Can I record? Possible? Look, we have some sheep guts. Nice and fresh. I think the meat market is the most interesting here. Hello, good morning. Thank you. For some reason, I'm not feeling very confident of buying meat and fast food on the streets. It's perhaps just to do with my conditioning, but all the flies and stray cats all around, it's not inviting for me at all. But hey, it's just me. I used to be a vegetarian, now I eat meat, and so I'm very picky with my meat. But yeah, juicy smells in the air. Let's get an orange juice.
Very good.
Yeah, I know, very good orange.
Look.
Fresh Moroccan.
Come.
Fresh Moroccan orange. Very nice. Shukran.
مرحبا.
Thank you.
Welcome.
They look extremely fresh and appetizing. If you live in Morocco, you probably live on a healthy diet. Yeah, I would say so, but then you would find out that most vegetables come from genetically modified farms, and the eggs are from chicken farms, industrial chicken farms. But anyway, here they look like they have been produced by local farmers, so let's go with that option. So yeah, don't come to the King's Palace, it's pointless. It's cordoned off, can't enter it. Like the gates, the 7 gates that are eternally shut. Only picturesque spot around here, it's shut down. You know, really pointless coming to the new town. I'm gonna walk around and see what's around it, but not much. How are you? Speak English? No, she doesn't. She's been like looking at me selling stuff. So this is interesting, something I just randomly came across. So this is the, well, I can't speak French, but it stands something like Centre de Formation et Qualification de Verbe. Anyway, so in English is the Center for Training and Qualification in Craftsmanship in Fez. So this was an initiative by the late king, or the current king, His Majesty King Mohammed VI, that established this institute in 2009 to help integration of young people into society along the lines of craftsmanship and artisanship. So this institution is providing them with qualifications that are accepted, that, you know, they kind of justify their not justify, but enables their official existence within a modern Moroccan society. Well, they do let you in. Now it feels like an institute. There's not many people present, so I'm just gonna walk around, see some classrooms. Maybe I can see some classrooms. Maybe working on these things. Ah, here, look, they are sewing here. Okay, so there are all these workshops. Brilliant. So it's just basically craftsmanship being officially trained and qualified, and diplomas are being provided that, you know, enables these young people to continue the traditional pathways, but with a legitimate government backing and acknowledgement. There's not much happening in the classrooms. I must say it's not overly busy, but hey, it's a nice little undertaking, and you cannot force people to participate unless they want to participate. And you know, age-old human nature dictates that you can get by doing as little as possible. Continue to do that. This is Zaoui of Moulay Idris II. This will be a place that contains the tomb of the second Idrisid ruler. So this will be a shrine, a venerated shrine. They have built it at the beginning of the 18th century. So you will see that you have to lower your head. I mean, I will have to lower my head to enter it. I hope. Hello, hello. Sure, I quickly just check the mic. I hope I can record it. Can I come in? Can I come in? Yeah? Never mind. This is the entrance. Sorry, he didn't speak any English. So, let's see. I am uncertain of what to expect. No video?
No video.
Is it okay? Is it possible to record?
Video.
You don't want to be in the video?
On the video,
okay,
no.
okay. Don't worry.
Only photo, only video, no.
No video.
Video.
Okay.
Only cameras, only cameras.
Only
Only cameras.
My friend,
Yeah.
just touch this door.
Uh-huh.
We can start with you without any problem.
Okay. Thank you. No idea. It's amazing. I don't know what I'm recording. Is this a sacred place for many of the locals, or is it not? I'm not sure. I don't think you can enter, actually. I mean, you can go all around the place, and there's beautiful things to see. I mean, look at the artsmen. So, can you enter? Can't you enter the sanctuary?
I don't know.
You don't know. You can walk all around it, but cannot go inside it. So I just learned something. So this is a mausoleum, a pilgrimage site to which Muslims come at the end of the summer to get blessings. And this is where the tomb of Moulay Idris II is, within the sanctuary. We don't have access right now to the tomb because apparently after COVID they shut the doors because a lot of homeless people were using it as a sanctuary. And why is that? Let me show you. If you see these blue tiled walls, there is a narrow passage going all around the mausoleum. And here I read it in the guidebook that it's called the Horn. Now the perimeter, this perimeter wall is also sanctified. It's holy, and they are made inviolable. So in the past, criminals came here to find sanctuary because nothing could be done to them once they entered these perimeters, these narrow passageways. So I'm sitting here, and nobody can do anything to me. Ha! That's pretty cool. I feel like she belongs to this place, and I am not. But if there is anything about this place, I sent out a prayer to Allah to send a wise man to guide me for free and tell me the history and significance of the place. And so I'm waiting another 5 minutes to see if someone comes along and takes me under their wing and tells me and guides me through it. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to explore by myself and refuse every fake guide's offer. That's the mission. Inshallah. Found another reason to stop by for a coffee. Yeah, a fly was bothering me. And I found this awesome little location just by the place called, wait, I'm gonna tell you, the Fonduk El Nejarin, which is a type of museum specializing in handicraft and woodwork. I'm gonna show you the entrance of it. And it's just overall a nice little cafe to relax, have a coffee, recharge the batteries. So here we are on the top floor of this caravanserai. Oh, I love heights. Most certainly, I feel its pull. But these rails made of wood just give such a soothing atmosphere to the whole structure. So I found out that it was given the UNESCO World Heritage status sometime in the 20th century, and the restoration work was commissioned by that commission. Was commissioned by that giving of status. Yes, I'm getting a little bit tired here, and so my speech is getting a bit tangled. Bear with me. There is a lot of information coming my way, and meanwhile I'm trying to put it on the camera. I'm also trying to experience it for my own good. I really do love the perspective high-rising buildings give to the Medina. It's just escaping and feeling free. Once you're down there in the street, there's nothing that connects you to the rest of the world. You're just stuck. Well, there it is. This is where I am, right in the goddamn middle of the Medina. Oh my God, pretty high up. Pretty high up. So here it is, in the middle of the Medina. Fez al Bali. I just love reminding everyone, including myself, of the fact. I'm burning this film with the... I have no idea where I am. And I have no idea. Oh, where is the sun? There is the sun. I have no idea how to get back to my riad from here. And it's still too early to get back there. I still need to go and check out that mosque. That's the goal. All right? So the 20 riads So the 20 dirhams that I paid to enter here, the 2 euros, is definitely worth, if nothing else, the view that this place provides. Just the fresh air, being above the town. I love this one. This is a good place. So another little historical sign that I found by myself without the help of a guide. That is not entirely, let me just check audio, that is not entirely true. I keep bumping into one of these friendly little jinns moving about the Medina. I think he is a tourist guide, an official tourist guide, and he has a group of tourists that he's taking from place to place. But somehow he took a liking to me, and he gives me free information, and he gives me a quick explanation before I enter every sign. So whenever I see him, I'm like, hey man, what's this? Should I go in? And usually these are like official places that you can kind of come in and pay 20 dirham at the door and wander around. But getting to the case, this time I'm in a 12th century Ndesa. That is a theological school established church through these wonderfully carved cedar doors. And once you enter, you're literally overwhelmed by the details surrounding you. Islamic theology. Of course, the camera won't give justice to the place. You must take it in all with your senses. But it's wonderful. Calligraphy usually contains quotation from the Quran, and there I came across somewhere this piece of information that was saying that calligraphy itself is justified in the Quran to exist because the revealed word of Quran should not be written by the standard calligraphy of a language, but instead it should be turned into like a sacred form. And you can see it highly artistic, highly developed, poetic form of writing. Well, I hope I'm pointing at calligraphy, but it looks calligraphic to me. But what do I know? Made my way up to the top floors. Of course, the building has been reconstructed and the original essence tarnished by the hands of a modern craftsman. But the shell of the building still exists, and originally the intent of the madrasas were to enable students devoted to Islam to deepen their understanding of the Quran. And so after the courtyard where I have shown you the elaborate craftsmanship involved, and here I am on the top floors where the private cells of the theological students are located. And so there's 2 levels. And let me show you, just now you might hear the call to prayer. And so I shall show you the student halls with the call to prayer in the background. You can almost sense the spirits of the devoted students who devoted their lives here to God and to the Quran. The solitary nature of these cells. They truly remind me of meditation cells. It's really solemn. So let's sit here for a moment and contemplate the meaning of Islam, the meaning of God for countless generations of Muslims. It's really hard to make sense of, as I'm an individual raised in European Enlightenment notions. It's a little difficult. Oh, wait, exposure. So it's a little difficult to. So it's really hard to make sense of the importance of religions in contemporary societies. And the moment you leave Europe, the moment you live your secular conclave of Enlightenment ideology, Enlightenment thought, you are reminded that religions still take a massive part of the human psyche, and it's really hard to make sense of it in the light of progressive empirical thought. But my conclusion so far is that culture is a vital organism that carries generations through time, and a particular culture will have a vast spectrum of individuals gathered around a focal perspective and goal. And Muslim Islamic culture still tries to maintain the traditional pathways and excuse me, and maintain its grasp on the human nature. On the other hand, we in the West, we devoted ourselves to progress and empirical sciences. And as a traveler, as a nomadic person moving freely among cultures, you first of all learn to respect every culture in order to be able to move freely among them. But deep within yourself, you will come to judge certain aspects of the culture. But that you must always keep to yourself, because if a people decide to welcome you in and be tolerant towards your views, as a human being, I believe we must in return the kindness that you're receiving. Now, of course, you could go to Islamic countries where the Sharia is taken to an extreme, where you would feel the full force of superstition and danger within religion. But so is the case among Christian nations. You could go to highly superstitious Orthodox populations around Eastern Europe and Russia, and also you could find Catholic devotees who would go the extreme length of fighting for their religion. But once you move among cultures, you realize how vast the spectrum of different thought there is within it. And so I find that humanity of today is split on the cross of tradition and progress, and the enlightened and wise individuals within these societies are trying to hold it together on the center ground, respecting their elders, but at the same time allowing their mind to remain open for change. And so coming to Fez, Morocco, is a journey down history and past. But all around, every corner, every single person lives in the 21st century, 2022. And so they are familiar with notions that preoccupy the planet today. I feel religion has lost its importance for us as individuals, but ultimately what they provide is a sense of belonging to a larger perspective. God, Allah, call it whatever you like it, enables you to open up an internal world in which you can find soothing virtues that enable you to deal with your daily life in a better way. But this is not required by everyone. Everyone finds their own way, and there is experience for every single individual on the planet to walk and find purpose and find meaning and enable themselves to provide help for others and their surrounding. I feel extremely welcomed in Morocco. But if I come across a wise old man who will prove me wrong, I'm open to the experience. All right, so I just made my way back to the Tannery, not trusting my yesterday guide, but I have to tell you, he did take me to the place he promised me to. It's just, he took me to another family shop, which is on the other side, so I had the view from that angle, rather than the popular angle. All the tourists go to that shop, and so the Tannery from that angle is what you normally see. But today I'm really lucky because I came across this dude that I bought some stuff from yesterday, so I spent some money. Thank you, brother. Do you wanna? This is the man that helped me. He's the guardian of the place. Yeah, so whatever. He just walks around and tries to get some bakshish. Well, they are the ones who truly deserve it because they work down by the pools. And I just walk by the pool. And I think I'm gonna take you down that journey because it's worth the experience. It's really much better than seeing it from the bird's eye view. The thing is that you got to be very respectful towards these people who work next to these pools because it is not easy to be around here. So I'm sorry to bring you around here again, but I needed to see this place again because I could not put my head around that in a modern society there is an industry that is based on centuries-old methods and processes. The smell is lovely, as they call it locally, is the channel number 5, à la fez. It's worth checking it out. The weaker tourists are being told to wear gas masks, so they give them mints. But you get used to the smell very fast. Don't be weak. Sorry, ladies. So, yeah, I switched on to the GoPro because of the stabilization. It's not very good. So I'm gonna make my way down to the pools through little treacherous pathway. I'm gonna get the ladies on the camera. They don't really like to be. So this is where the smell really hits you. But where was the pathway? I think it was this way. See these leather pieces hung out everywhere. So that's the location where most of the tourists take their pictures. Every guidebook, every imagery coming out of this Tannery is from that angle. So the sun is setting, so it's not really ideal. But hey, we don't come here to just give you the same old images. We come here to learn about the place. So as I was told yesterday, well, these are the very dramatically stinky potholes down here. People live here and people work here. Hello, rooster. Yes, it is absolutely filthy. If you are used to urban environments, then this is definitely not for you. But if you're an adventurer, happy to go about places, happy to see what people. Oh, here's my guardian. Shokran.
Finish?
Finish. Going
Finish?
home. Finish, yeah. Which way? That way? You okay?
You work here for shop?
No, I already buy yesterday. Alright? Shokran. Thank you. So I guess he's gonna guide me out. But yeah, here it is. Here is the ground. Here is how it comes in. I think it's So he has to take me out. What's your name, brother? Your name?
Azdi.
Azdin. Nice to meet you, Azdin. You're from Fez?
Good. Tannery Shawara.
Tannery Shuara. Thank you.
Karwar.
Shukran. Shukran. No, I think I have to go that way. Yes, the guardians take you in. You have to offer them a donation-based bakshish. Well, they ask for a sum, but there's no official price. And once you pay them, they let you roam free in the area. And then when you're leaving, they're gonna lead you out. And there is a doorman, like a security, keeping an eye that you have left donation for the cooperative. After all, they are hardworking people in need of every little dirham they can get. And I think it works very well. It did help that I knew some of the merchants and I spent yesterday some money, and so they didn't really push their sales. Slowly I'm picking up the art of what's the word? The art of it slipped me the word. Anyway, I'm coming down to the river, so it's gonna come back. Art of what is it? I'm still thinking. Compliments. Compliments. You know, you just have to shower people in compliments, and that disarms them. That's what disarms us, tourists. When we come here and we get all this attention and then we feel obliged to return it. They are welcoming people, for sure. I keep going on about this. I have nothing else to say, just good stuff, you know. It's being a traveler, you rely on people's help. And so you should do your best to be as friendly as possible. That's my strategy. Now I'm gonna try to head back somehow towards my riad, pay the tour to the desert, grab something to eat, and maybe wrap the day. Maybe go up and see the sunrise, sunset. Yeah, it's afternoon, see the sunset somewhere. Oh wow, man, I just saw a ginger local. Well, that's crazy.